So I chose to review the chapter on When Equal Isn't Fair, chapter 14. This really inspired me. I'm going to kind of go to this image, which I'm sure a lot of people have seen before, but my school district has three big rock ideas where professional developments are facilitated to us educators throughout the year. And one of our big rock ideas is equity. And so I've seen this image a lot, just what does it mean being equal versus equitable. So obviously, if the goal, if the objective is to watch this baseball game over the fence, it doesn't make sense to give these, one block to each person to stand on when clearly we need to kind of distribute things a little bit differently so that it's fair, so that that goal or objective can be reached, that everybody can watch that baseball game. But in this article, it really centered on Poppy's 70th birthday problem, where his three children want to throw him a birthday party that costs $4,500. And the question is, what's fair? How should each of these children contribute monetarily? So, a lot of students at first thought that all three of the siblings should just each pay $1,500 because obviously 4,500 divided by three is 1,500. But more in the context of the problem, it starts to give a background that the oldest son is really successful and he makes $20,000 per month. Geez, I wish. And then another daughter, she makes 6,000 per month. And then it talks about how the last daughter is actually a single mom who makes 3,000 per month. And is it really fair for them to all pay equally when they're kind of making different amounts? So it finally got into just one student, and I think you always just need that one student to be that outside the box thinker or just catalyst for creating that discourse. But he started to create ratios or proportions with just looking at, well, if they each paid 1,500 per month out of their monthly income, what does that really look like? And he actually got really upset when he saw that the rich brother was only giving up like 8% of his monthly income, when that single parent sister was giving up 50% of her monthly income. So this article just really talks about how some things were missed a little bit as students weren't really focusing on that idea of fair in the context of the problem. So obviously I was kind of thinking how I could incorporate this into my high school classroom. And I just started with the research I've been doing on my own, which is also kind of colliding with Dana's final project requirements, but just thinking of my own microaggressions and using like that statement in the workplace, I believe the most qualified person should get the job. Is that really a fair statement? And maybe having students as think about their own implicit biases and if those are really fair statements and kind of taking a deeper dive into that. I still haven't thought about how I can tie math into that, but that's kind of where I am in my process.